Stephen, can you keep up with all the agendas?
I will do my best.
It's crazy. I'm so sorry. I just sent that last one. I was like, poor Stephen, he's just going to be like,
That's okay.
him?
I don't. Well, I didn't know it's not that much different.
No, it's really not. It's just really and this should go pretty quickly, but
Famous last words.
I know, right?
I think we're good because I think well, everything seems fine. I'm just looking at the two. I don't see any
There's
real, just the remote learning
the one
plan.
Yeah, if you see that, that's it. If you see
Yep.
that on it, Stephen, you're fine.
Okay.
You're good to go.
I'm good to go. Well, I've got my little Word document up and ready to do my business.
Yay.
Okay. I'm going to go get my water.
It's always good when Stephen's ready to do his business.
Oh, yeah. I'm well trained at doing my business.
He's a well-oiled machine.
Now, if we can get our
Hey,
puppy.
Stephen, quick question, when did you want me to put that letter together for you this week?
Any way I could get it before Friday?
Oh yeah, I can do it tonight and just email it to you, and I'll put a signature on it.
Okay, that'd be good.
Okay.
You're the best.
Hey, Mac, are you on?
Yeah, I
am. Sarah's saying she's having trouble only seeing Facebook on the site. She's wondering where the link is.
Mm-hmm.
We emailed that to board, right? We emailed the link. I can email it again right now.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Lakeisha.
I've got it, Mac. I'll just send it to her.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say I did it. I only sent the board link to you though, Kim, because I can't access the board.
Nope.
But that's okay. Kim,
I just sent
it to us.
Yep.
Yes, Mr. Hill.
We have a new friend.
You do have a new friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is the new friend's name?
The new friend's name is Java.
Java.
Oh my gosh. What kind of a dog? Is it a dog?
Yeah.
It's a dog.
It's a little hard. It's hard to see with
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
How are you? Good. It's good to see you. What kind? Is it a little muskie or what kind? I can't see.
A Yorkie poo.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Those are cute.
Right now it's a disembodied head, but yeah.
I'm gonna get to
Here, I'm gonna put him in his pen.
Where did Yorkie poo come from?
Yorkie poo came from somewhere in Greensboro.
Oh, cool.
Aww.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
we went up there, I don't know, probably a month ago and collected him.
So how does the other siblings get along with New Yorkie poo? Your Chihuahua?
Bagel plays nicely. Hang on one second.
It's always good when the little ones play nicely together.
Yeah, they get along fine. Bagel likes to play with the Yorkie poo and plays pretty well.
Very good.
Yeah. I guess we're not doing comment period.
Is it on the latest form of the agenda?
It is.
But if we don't have anyone signed up, then it's fine.
Right. I mean, if somebody emails me or something, I'll go pull up the form in case somebody wants to sign up, but I'll have that ready. I don't think there's anybody, but I'll check. Oh, our children are arguing. There's nobody signed up.
That's fine.
Yep.
Yay, we've got more friends with us.
I know some of the other
Tiffany's
board
there.
teachers are still trying to get in, so. Text messages
I
back.
sent, I think I've sent it to everybody.
How are you feeling, Tiffany?
I'm okay, tired, but okay, good. Good. Every day I feel a little bit better, so thank you.
Well, you look great.
Oh, thanks. Well, that's like the Zoom. They have those like things that make you, the filters that make you look good.
It's all about that.
Yeah, I couldn't go to a meeting without one.
All right, I'm okay waiting a couple more minutes for some more of our folks to get in if no one objects.
I just sent
Mac
it a couple
is-
more times.
Shannon says she's on the Zoom, but doesn't know how to get in. Is she on there?
He is not.
Oh,
I'll
Okay.
send her another link.
you'll send it to her. Okay.
Doing it right now, yep. Is Joanne on? I haven't, I didn't look.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, I didn't see you, Joanne.
Yep, I'm here. Shannon's working on
And I
it.
sent it to Lisa. So.
Okay. Did you
and I
send to
sent it
Shannon? Okay,
Yeah, I did. I resent it. Yep.
okay.
Looks like everybody's pretty much on. Shannon's not in yet, so.
All right, should we go ahead and start? All right, we'll take our times with the preliminary stuff. Welcome, everyone. May I have a motion to call our meeting to order
Motion to call the meeting to order.
in a second?
This is Tiffany. I'll second.
Okay, I'll let Tiffany do it.
All those in favor? Fantastic. We are officially called to order. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the meeting minutes from last week. Did everyone have a chance to review or maybe wanted to bring anything to our attention that might need to be changed in those meeting minutes from December 8th? Okay. In that case, does
I have I guess a logistical question. Do we,
Okay.
I don't remember documenting the speakers, the visiting speakers. I think it's cool. I just don't know if that's consistent in what we've done in the past.
I don't remember about the past.
You're probably right.
I don't see any issues with it, but
I think
yes.
I think as a matter, I don't see any issues with it either. But I think as a matter of consistency, I don't think I've been doing that in the past.
Right, and I know we didn't do it last year. Yeah.
So we can certainly just say
Maybe
one
visiting faculty member.
one visiting faculty member commented or something.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm less concerned about faculty as I am like for
Yeah, I got
community members that may not want their name in the minutes.
Okay,
I
good point.
I can fix that real quick.
Otherwise, yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. Good call. Anyone else? All right. In that case, may I have a motion to approve the December 8th meeting minutes with the one modification on visiting faculty and community.
Motion to approve the minutes.
I will
Second.
second that. Second.
All those in favor? I need to scroll to make sure.
I think everyone's got their.
I think I got everybody. Yes. Okay. Motion carried. We've got those meeting minutes approved now. All right. One last check. Dr. Hill, did we have anyone who wanted to speak tonight?
We're good. No, we do not have anyone tonight.
Okay. Not a problem. Moving right on. All right. Mallory, you had some HR things to present tonight.
Mallory's not on yet, so I told her I would go ahead.
Okay.
She'll jump on if she gets back in time. So we had two in terms of the recommendations for a regular education teacher assistant and an EC teacher assistant. We have two recommendations. I've sent these to you ahead of time, but the teacher assistant candidate, Jennifer Fight, and EC teacher assistant candidate, Lena Walsh. We would like to have you approve both of those recommendations. And these are for both, these are for TA positions.
Did anyone have any questions about that?
I thought Jennifer was already an employee. Is this a different position for her?
Jennifer left employment. She had gone out just before Thanksgiving and has decided that she would like to come back. We have a position that we interviewed for, and so she was the candidate that we selected.
Okay. All right.
But good catch there, Amy.
Have these positions already started, or when do they start?
Nope. Lena Walsh has been working with us as a sub. They will start, the teaching assistant with Gen Fight will start on January 4th, and Lena's position will start officially on January 4th as well.
The memo from Mallory was missing Jennifer's information. Is that like an addendum to the minutes? Do we need to make sure that that's updated before?
Yeah, I can do that if that makes sense. And it's there's a few clerical errors that need to be fixed on this recommendation sheet, but we can make that those adjustments, and for when the minutes come, or however you want to do it, we can make those changes for that approval. She did just recently, this would be within the last, 2 months, she's received her BA. So that's what should be in there, which is pretty exciting.
Very. All right, unless there's anything else, I'd love a motion to approve the two TA recommendations for Jennifer Fight and Lena Walsh.
This is Tiffany. I'll make a motion to approve both TA positions, or fill both TA positions with the people you said.
This is Dave. I'll second that.
All those in favor of the two candidates for the TA position, Jennifer and Lena? And I see everyone's hands that needs to be raised, I think. Yay. Anyone opposed? All right, motion carried. Welcome aboard to Jennifer Fight and Lena Walsh. All right, continue on, Ms. Kim.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt, Lakeisha. So the next piece is approval of the abbreviated director job posting. We actually just met, so that's why you've gotten so many of these updates. I apologize. But the one that's linked here is the most recent, and this will be the job posting. It says job description. It's actually job posting that will go out over the next week or two. We will start posting that, and we have a list. I'm sorry I did not give that to you, but we will send that out to you as well to let you know where this position is posting. We have quite a few places in North Carolina, but also national organizations that we're going to be posting with.
And I know we had
And,
talked about distributing it ourselves to people that we knew might be interested. Is this something that we can share if it's approved tonight? Okay.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. The thing that I would just say is that if there's anyone that you specifically want us to know, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do that. Mallory would know best. Mallory will send you, just if there's anybody that you're sending our way, just to let us know. I don't know because we're trying to do this as a blind. It's probably important to keep some of that confidentiality, but I'll have her reach out to all of you to let her know, to let you know what the protocol would be for people that you know. Does that make sense? Because basically what we're saying is, it'll come down to when the transition team that's meeting on resumes and that type of thing, it needs to be blind. But it would be good to know how we got candidates, but it should be some type of a protocol for privacy.
Oh, like the referral process,
Yeah.
I get it. I was so confused at the blind part of that. I get it now. So
Yeah.
we need to
Sorry.
confidentially inform you that we've given this resume or this JD
Yeah.
to somebody. Okay.
Yeah. It protects people's privacy and their
Sure. Yeah.
And if they're in another organization or whatever, that type of thing too.
Absolutely. Will this be, I know you said there's going to be posted in all sorts of places. Will it also live on the CFCI website also?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. We'll plan on putting that on there sometime this week.
Okay.
And we'll officially kick off. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. We added some things today. Felt like it's a pretty good description of the type of person we're looking for. And I think it's ready to go as a job posting. So
I'm officially by myself again, so I'm gonna take my mask off.
So if we,
so
just for clarity, if we do share this posting with anyone, do we have to say anything, or can I say, hey, Mary, here's a job you might want to apply for, and she just applies and
Yeah.
I'm none the wiser?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, they're going to be vetted no matter what. I mean, that's part of that process, but yeah, no, that's no problem.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions or anything else to say about the job posting before we vote on approving it?
Just curious, Kim, are they filling out the same application that we always use? Or is there a special one?
No, we're not doing that, Joanne. It's a resume based. The problem is that the application that's on our website would duplicate a lot of the things that somebody would put in a CV or resume. So better just to have them fill everything out. If you look at the bottom of the second page, it does really tell you what we're looking for. And there will be other additional steps. For example, a project that they're going to need to work on, later on into the process. So, but this is the minimum that we would want: a resume, including references, the supervisory references, licenses and certifications, cover letter, and then an intro video that will really introduce them to us. That's the start. That's what everybody has to fill out and send to us.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Yep.
Yeah, very exciting.
It is exciting.
Anything else before the vote?
I'm Kim. This is really no, no, nothing else for the vote. I have a question about our website that I can table and email.
Yep.
No need to ask it here.
Yep, absolutely. If you have a question, Dave, yeah, just email me or call.
Basic semantics on the website, on our website.
Sure. Yep.
All right, would anyone like to make the motion to approve the job posting for the director position?
Motion to approve the job posting for the director.
This is Tiffany. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Fantastic. Motion approved. The posting for the director position can finally be released. Fantastic.
Great. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Do you want me to go ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the third item is under it's a board policy. It should, and I apologize. And last time we were together, we talked about how we could best help our school with the enrollment, the lottery application process, because this is going to be such a weird year. And we did get a program called Lotteries, which is what a lot of charter schools use for their lottery process. There's two pieces to it. There's Lotteries, which is the actual application piece, and then there is enrollees and lotteries, and they all go together and they all go into PowerSchool. So it's a real hands-off experience. There's really not going to be any of what we normally have had before because of COVID. So what we want to do is make this as simple and engaging, quick as possible. But the problem is what we had talked about in one of the last board meetings was looking to see if there was a way to enable us to collect applications for a longer period of time. And so looking in board policy and also in the charter, the big piece that came up, and I abbreviated this, it's only the piece that addresses what we need to look at today. And I know normally we would do a first and a second read on this, but I just want to show you what we need to do, because it's going to affect marketing and everything else if we can't get this done. So apologies, but that's what happens when we have these late conversations. It's not undoable, but we just have to realize what's going on. So what I did is I copy and pasted the piece of the policy that is of concern or of what we need to look at. If you look at the strikeouts, that's what's in the policy now. If you look at the highlighted pieces, that's what we're proposing. And really what it comes down to is that we're just trying to extend that as long as we can and as close as we can to the actual lottery drawing. So if you read through that, applications will be available online, and we took the pickup piece because we are not doing anything with paper. If someone doesn't have access to a computer or the internet, they can come right to the school, just like they would if they would pick something up. Nothing's paper. They would just fill it out right there at our station and be able to fill the whole application out in person at the school. And then if you read down a little bit further, applications for the upcoming year are distributed at the close of each meeting. No, we're not doing that. They will be available online or in person at the school during school hours. We are still doing parent education meetings. They will be via Zoom at this point. And we will also do tours, but they will be through Zoom as well. And we're actually talking about doing a kind of GoPro tour of the school that will be available to everyone, and that will be part of our parent education process as well. If you skip down, the next piece is the deadline for application submission is, all that's crossed out, the last day of January. If mail, the application must be postmarked no later than January 31st. And what we're saying is we need to keep it a little more generalized. So the submission is a minimum of 48 hours prior to the lottery drawing. With Lotteries, just so you know, Ben's very happy with this, and the reason we're all happy is because once just for example, once he pushes a button, everyone's information, wherever people have been placed, wherever, whether it's a teacher's child or a family sibling or someone brand new to CFCI, once that button gets pushed, the lottery just takes place, and it happens magically in less than a minute. And everything gets pushed out, emails, all of that gets pushed out to families. So there's no more phone calls, none of that. It's really just, they get the information, they'll know that they're accepted, they'll know if they're not accepted, what place they are in the lottery or on the wait list. So it's actually great. And so that 48 hours, the reason why we can be so close to the deadline of the actual drawing is because it all happens magically like that. And it's been a program that people have used for quite a while. So this isn't anything new. We're not testing something out where it's not trialing it. Ben and Christine actually did a sample or a test student, and it worked perfectly. So what we'd like to do is what this does, this revision, it makes those highlighted areas what our policy would be. And so it doesn't harm anything. There's no harm here. It really just helps us in terms of this very distinctly different COVID year. And I think it could help us in later years too. So I don't think this is the kind of thing we want to say it's a 1-year COVID policy. We've made it pretty generalized so that it really would help us in any other time frame as well.
Are you doing tours right now, or is that something done like virtually, or you've got a recorded tour?
So we're going to be doing probably like a GoPro tour. We are going to be able to do tours of the school. We will do a schedule. We'd like to have kids involved. We're going to have something that's going to be up on the website. But we also, that you're kind of doing a tour through the lens of a student. And the other piece would be is that if they were wanting to do a live tour, we would just take them around either with a GoPro or with a Zoom, with a iPad, and show them around the school. So nothing yet, but we have all the plans in place for our parent meetings, Zoom, those education meetings, Zoom. That'll go out to faculty tomorrow. During our faculty meeting, they'll hear that for the first time as well.
Are we open to any language changes here?
Sure. You're better at than I am, Chuck.
Well, no, I'm only asking that because until you said it's only available online to be filled out, I didn't I mean, now it makes sense, but reading it cold, I would think that the application is a noun and you can hold it, and that you can pick it up at the school as well. And so the fact that it's all online makes that 48 hours possible. So the only thing I would think to say is applications can be completed online or in person at the school. That kind of idea that the application has to be completed online. But can they view it before completing it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So maybe
pretty sure.
I mean, I can work out some language here and just give it to the group in the chat.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But just something, I mean, obviously it doesn't change the content at all, just clarifies.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's great.
Okay. While you guys are still talking, I'll do that.
Yeah, I have just a couple questions. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Sarah. And I can't remember at which point we do this, but things like checking birth dates to make sure that, for instance, for kindergarten, they actually qualify for kindergarten and all that kind of stuff. Is that done at this point?
Yep.
Or is that done after? Okay.
Nope, that actually, all of that, well, two things, Joanne. One is through lotteries, there's a filter, right? So that filter would happen for each grade level of when their birth date is, that type of thing. So that's like a first check, but that doesn't mean it's the only check, right? And that doesn't preclude them from entering. It just means that that would be, we would know that that's an issue. They're having to look at it. But when that second check is when there's actually, they get in and there's an enrollment. And so at that point, that's when Ben would do the check. All of that stuff is checked manually.
So that's
if
when
that
the
makes
birth
sense.
certificate has to be provided. Okay. And then the
Right.
other thing is, so sometimes we have kids that come in and the parent isn't sure about their grade placement for the next year.
Mhm.
And that's kind of important for where they're going to be put into the lottery and which group they may be
Sure.
in. So how is that dealt with when it's a 48 hours up to the minute kind of thing? How will that
Yeah.
play out?
I'm not really sure. It's a good question. I know exactly what you're saying. So I think what probably would be the best thing is that the 2 hours, the 2 days does give us enough time to look at it and then make the phone call and then have that conversation. We can't hold spaces per se, right? We can't hold
Right.
multiple spaces. So we really have to make a decision based on what the school information is showing and or what the recommendation is from the teacher. But we've had that, right? We had that this year
Right.
happen. So I think
every
that,
year.
yeah.
Maybe they
yeah.
were homeschooled and,
Sure.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Lots of different things, but
So, right. So I think, if I remember this right, I think Ben was saying that they'd have to enter what they could probably, I think they might be able to put multiple. It's a good question. It's worth asking. I don't know. I can't tell you positively. I don't want to say it and it not be right. Do you know what I mean?
sure. Yeah. I was just curious if we had thought about that.
Yeah. No,
Because like I said, I
you're
couldn't
absolutely
remember
right.
where that happened, but I know that the grade placement is important before the lottery happens.
Right. But didn't we, I'm just trying to think this. I think we ended up, even last year, there were parents that put in for grade levels that weren't the right grade levels. For example, if they wanted them to stay back a year. So it's really what, if we agree with it after they've applied, you can't move once you've applied because we already have a certain number that have gotten in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Right.
that makes
Because the
sense.
spots are
So
full unless there's,
I'm putting it down as an issue that we have to talk about.
Okay.
I don't think that would make a difference because we had that happen this year, Joanne. I think that's that conversation that sometimes happens after, but we certainly should have a
Yeah.
conversation beforehand too.
I
so.
think generally it works itself out, but you just, you might have that year where it doesn't, and then
Right.
somebody's got more kids. And what date is the lottery again?
It's, I think we've set it up for the 17th. I'm just going to look real quick just to be sure. I think it's the
Okay.
17th. Yeah,
So-
it's Wednesday, the
all right.
17th.
So there are 2 weekdays that they would have to go through stuff if necessary. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's what I was going to ask. Are the 48 hours school days, work days, or are they calendar days? Like, is the plan always to have it on a Wednesday so that you have those 2 weekdays? Does that need to be clarified?
Yeah, I think we could, but I think that the idea would be that, we could put that in there. I just hate to put us, to slam us up, but I know Ben was saying, well, maybe we could look at I'm pretty sure we always do it on a Wednesday though. Just for some reason, do any of you remember? It feels like that's what we always do.
I think you're right.
I don't remember. Probably most recently, it's been on a Wednesday, it seems. But I don't know that the day of the week really matters, especially now that we're going to go this route rather than everybody comes and sits and looks at us and waits for their 105th kid to be pulled for kindergarten. So,
I think
Right.
it's if it's
Right.
48 hours and the lottery's held on Monday,
well,
then they
Monday
can come
maybe
in
not,
by
but
Friday afternoon. So
yeah,
just somewhere,
Maybe
don't know
towards
if
the end
that's-
of the week, or I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that's something we could work out without the policy. If that makes
Yeah.
sense, I think we could work that out within our confines. I will just add, Chuck, are you still working hard?
Oh, no, I'm done. I sent it to Mac. That's the only person I can send it to.
Okay.
It's such a tiny change. I mean, it's just like three words.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's
Go ahead.
fine. So Matt, can you read that so we just can have that in the,
Yes, I can as soon as it shows up.
It didn't show
I
up
will
to you?
say,
It did not.
All right, I'm resending all of it this time. Oh, I can send it to Kim. Kim, does it show up to you?
yep, I see it. I see it.
No problem.
Let me just see. Yeah, I got it.
All right.
So
Oh,
it's saying applications can be completed online or in person at the school front office beginning at least 30 days prior to the end of January. And then applications for the upcoming school year are available to be completed online or in person at the school during school hours. So I can take that and put it over in our actual physical document if and when it's approved. I'll go ahead and do that anyway.
Anything else on the policy before we ask for a motion to approve? All right, may I have a motion to approve policy 290 with the one modification?
I move to approve the revision of policy 290.
Fantastic, thank you, Chuck. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor of approving policy 290 with the aforementioned change? Looks
Aye.
like I have unanimous. All right, motion carried. We have a new policy 290. Hopefully that will be really helpful going forward, especially with some of the marketing plans we talked about last week.
Yeah. Great.
All right.
Kim, the application process has been open for a couple weeks now, right?
Yes, December 2nd, it opened up.
Um,
And we have right now about 35 applicants.
You read my mind on the next question.
And actually there's about, I think Ben was saying like about 2 for each grade level at this point, plus multiples in kindergarten. And then I did just get a email from a faculty member who filled out the lottery's application for their child and said that it was super easy, just really well, really easy to do. Lottery app was super easy and awesome, totally user friendly as a parent. So love to hear that. So
Good.
we do not want it to be difficult.
Great feedback. All right, Kim, you have some info to share with us about the first week of January regarding our
Yes.
plans.
So the COVID ad hoc was assembled. We still are looking. We're going to have ask that a board member join us in that ad hoc, not to be a voting member, but just to be aware of what's going on, if that's possible. And we did do this today at 1, but it can happen at a different time. They aren't long meetings, but important. We looked at metrics. We looked at some of the things that we really think are important. Our school closure document, making some modification to that so that we don't keep going back to the metrics and not doing what that our closure document says if we're not really looking at it the way the document says. So cleaning up that language. After looking at everything and talking with Tanya, Jasmine is on this committee as well, is on this ad hoc as well, have made the decision looking at the way we came back from Thanksgiving break and looking at, what that week ahead would look like, looking at people going away, regardless of what, we might encourage people to do or not do. There are going to be family gatherings and travel. And so felt that the best move for us would be the first, as it was scheduled currently, the first day coming back, January 4th, Monday, would have been a remote learning day for us. And then Wednesday, of course, is still remote. And so what we've decided is that we're going to go ahead and make the first week of January, the 4th through the 8th, 1 week of remote learning for all students. And we believe that our metrics support that decision with the number of kids that are out. Even this week, we've got classrooms that have 4 kids in it, 5 kids in it. We have teachers out. We have over 10 staff members out right now due to quarantine, due to various reasons. So it makes sense. Tanya, we all felt that it's the right thing to do for our students. I know this is difficult for families to find care, but we really think in the end it's going to keep our faculty, our staff, and our students and families safer if we take that week and make that a remote learning week. So I just wanted to inform you. I mean, we're not looking for a vote as you talked about last week. We'll go ahead. We decided to form this COVID ad hoc and really use that group of people to make decisions. And in the end, that is the decision. So just wanted to keep you abreast of what's going on. We'll send some communication out to families tonight, but trying to explain or explaining exactly how the decision was made and what the ramifications are. Any questions?
No, I think it's just super nice to know this as for parents to know this now going into the holiday break and not having to scramble on December 31st, right? Or have the pressure of this decision looming over staff and faculty during the break. So yeah, kudos. That makes a lot of sense. So people can plan accordingly.
That's what shared leadership does.
That's right.
It's shared leadership.
And then
Any
I assume that in your communication to the community that January 4th is the Monday. That was a remote day anyways, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So then would the community expect another update like on the 4th or the 5th for the schedule for the following week?
Yeah, I'm going to do my normal weekly update anyway. I'll do one tonight and then probably do something even on Friday. I'm not positive, but then just before we come back on the 4th. So it'll be on the 3rd that I'll put something out and just letting them know how everything's going. So, yeah.
Put my mask back on. Tough.
That's good. We definitely appreciate all the work of the ad hoc. I think it's definitely much needed. I'm glad we finally circled around to that, and it seems to definitely be paying off already. I don't think I have any questions on any of that. Does anyone else? All right.
I know the teachers appreciate this. I think it's
Good.
I don't feel, me personally, I'm not going to have to enter the building on Tuesday and wonder if the child who's coughing and has a runny nose has a cold or has COVID symptoms, and then not have to send them home. So I think it'll provide some more consistency, and we have enough time now. We can let families know what that week is going to look like when we come back, so that it's not, like Dave said, you know, in the middle of winter break and we're all trying to send communication out to family. So
Yeah, that's huge.
And hopefully everyone will use that time to quarantine, accordingly with that plan. So I'm very grateful.
That will
for
be in the notes. That'll be in the
Yeah.
communication.
I have no doubt it will be.
Lakeisha.
Yeah, I want to compliment on those types of messages to remind us as a community what we should be doing to preserve our health and well-being. That's good. It's been good reminders for everybody. I just hope everyone's reading it and abiding by it.
That's it.
Agreed.
All right, folks, if there's nothing else, I think we are about ready to adjourn. Nothing else from anyone? Well, before I ask for a motion to adjourn, thanks everyone for everything all the time. As always, have a wonderful and safe and healthy, happy holiday, no matter what you do or where you are. All right, can I have a motion?
Thank you, everyone.
No Christmas potluck party this year.
Right.
That would have been so fun.
Usually we cancel the December board meeting to go have
Right.
social outing,
This year we've had 2.
and no social outing. This is good times. This is great.
Right? How did that happen?
And the last one was really long.
Yes. They all are. All right. Thank
So
y'all.
true.
Happy
All right.
holidays.
Motion
wait.
to adjourn.
Thanks, everybody.
I'll
whoops.
motion to adjourn. Joanne wants to
Oh, we were done.
motion.
Sorry.
Oh, do I have a second?
I'll
This is
second that
Josie.
thing.
Thank you, Dr. Hill. All those in favor?
Aye.
Bye. And bye to Nancy. She's been joining us. She had trouble with technology, but she was watching us on YouTube. So thanks, Nancy. Special shout out to you. Have a great evening, everybody.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.